Hi everyone, this is the screencast for the module LIT303 Contemporary Literature 1945 to the present. This is level 3 module in the spring semester. My name is Bob Mackay. I'm a senior lecturer in English literature and I'm the convener of LIT303. I'm a big contemporary lit fan. I've studied and taught it here since 1996 when I did an MA in narrative and contemporary literature in the department. I did my PhD here too, and then I got a job here. I've been teaching contemporary literature all that time. The teaching team is drawn from contemporary literature scholars on the staff, so this year it was Sue Weiss, Ronnie Barnsley, Catherine Ebury, Fabienne Collignon and Jonathan Ellis and me, but it does change from year to year. So what's the module about? It introduces the field of contemporary literature, and important to say it's literature and related cultural texts. We don't just study fiction and poetry and drama. Fiction and poetry are the focus, but we also tackle related cultural forms like film, non-fiction writing, and in fact you can write about a whole range of genres like popular writing. You can talk about drama and performance. We have a lecture that focuses on podcast serials. So a range of different things. And the field of contemporary literature is taught in this module by supporting your research in one of 6 topics. So it doesn't have exactly the same conventional lecture format. We focus on these topics, and the topics are based on current research interests in the lecturing team. So you will be introduced to topics that we are studying at exactly the time that we're giving the lectures, and you'll be hearing about our research, which we're introducing to you in the context for it. So this year the topics were species, which is my specific research interest, the child, network, memory, justice and testimony. We look at questions of literary form, authorship, the impact of literary theory in writing about these topics, and we also look at historical contexts and how historical movements shape literary production. What's the assessment? The course is assessed in 3 ways. Mainly, the main part of the assessment is that you will be conducting a major research task of your own, focusing on one or perhaps a combination of the key topics. That will be roughly a 3,000 word essay. It might be a little bit longer. And that's the main part of the assessment, marked at 80% of the overall grade. And you'll be choosing texts to write about, and including choosing primary texts, not necessarily talking about texts that we've studied in class, although you don't have to do that. There's a research essay abstract and research bibliography to produce in the middle of the module, or around about week 8, which is a 250 word abstract of the argument that you're proposing for your research essay, which you get feedback on, and a bibliography of material that you want to analyse in your research. For the weeks where we focus on texts and topics, there are mole tasks where you have to write 300 to 500 words each, and that's assessed for 10% of the mark. The teaching format is roughly similar to what you'll have seen on other modules, but not exactly the same. There are conventional lectures and seminars for the first 8 weeks of the module. 6 of those weeks you get 2 lectures on each topic, and a seminar on that topic, and there'll be a set text for each of those weeks that everyone in the course studies. Then there are 2 weeks where we have research workshops, which are based around helping you develop the skills to do a good research bibliography and work towards a good independent research essay. And then after that we break out, and you'll have plenty of time to conduct your own independent research. So you're going to have sort of 4 weeks of the module without set text to read, where you're off researching the field that you're working on. And to support you with that, there are one-to-one research supervisions by appointment in the class time, so you have the opportunity to go and speak to your tutor about your research project, and have additional one-to-one supervisions. And all the way through the module as well, there's quite a lot of independent directed reading and your own self-directed research. We're keen to encourage your own primary research in this module, where you're reading books that we've not set you to write about. Last bit of information really is to just give you an indication of the kinds of texts that we study. So the topics might change for next year, and in fact they will change for next year, some of them, and the set text will change too. But this year, to give you an indication, that's a list of the 6 set texts. As you can see, one of the set texts is a film. One of the set texts is a sort of fictionalized non-fiction. There are 3 novels, and one selection of short stories, so quite a range of genres and forms. Okay, that's my email address if you want to get in touch. Do drop me a line if you've got any questions about the module. Thanks, bye.